Hey guys, what's up? It's Clary Berry here today with Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, the DM and the DF. We are here to bring to you the reading, another reading for the new moon, okay? It's a big one. There's a lot to it. We're unpacking it and we're figuring it out. We're making progress. I hope you can already feel it. Okay, but I know that we are still going to be challenged, even if you kind of are thinking, okay, we're over the hump. It's almost like that don't get a little too cocky energy. You know, work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. That is very interesting. Okay, expect the unexpected as well. But yeah, working through fears. We've been discussing fears here on this channel. If you look at the past couple of videos, absolutely have been working with fear. And you know, Scorpio season is not too far away. Not too surprised to start seeing it coming around. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into some overlying underlying energy for this new moon. And we are all jacked up. I've noticed, if you've noticed, a lot of things are seeming to be like upside down. Like my last video is literally upside down on accident. But there's other things in my life I've noticed that are just like almost like ass backwards, you know, if you know what that means, ass backwards. It's just one of those things. And here we have the Magician card again. Oh my gosh. And feelings, you know, again, a lot of watery emotional energy coming through right here. Again, not surprising. We are going through a lot. We've had a lot going on, a lot happening. Okay, let's dive into this a little deeper. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Okay, now there is a secure, peaceful, staying close to home for energy for this weekend. Or for, you know, for this, not for this weekend, really, for the new moon. Thursday, you know, that's a weekend for some people. Okay. And it'll guide us into, the new moon absolutely is going to guide us into the weekend and beyond. But this is about finding the peace after all the storms. After all of this, you know, it's inevitable, again, that our emotions are caught up in this change. Okay, we're kind of caught when we're in the transition phases of change. We're caught in between our old selves and our new selves. We don't know, you know, which decision, which choice, you know, what to focus on is going to make me feel good right now. It's a matter of feeling it out. Okay, and that's the first step in the law of attraction. So essentially, going within during any of this energy, you know, and we've been saying that with all this yawn, all this fire, you know, Mars, square, Saturn, like everything. You know, we have this weekend cardinal T-square, Mercury, Mars, and Saturn, okay? And we also have coming up, I know we're talking about the new moon here, but we also have coming up this weekend, Mercury opposing Mars. We have no, wait, sorry. I think it's Mercury opposing Pluto. And then Mars is squaring Jupiter and Saturn in Capricorn. So we still have this trend again of this argumentativeness. Okay, this isn't something that's going to just go away. But again, and if you see a lot of the comments on this channel and the people that I talk to and interact with in personal readings are telling me, you know, about how they are just making like strides, you know, and they're doing actually pretty well relatively. And again, that's a testament to, you know, the work that you've been doing, okay, the decisions that you've been making. And it's like, continue. Again, this bliss bubble energy, you guys, bliss bubble, protect your energy at all costs. We talk about this at the end of every video, but it is so important right now. And this is where that dignity stems from. I don't care if it's your person. You are even going to shut your person out to a certain extent if they are messing with your peace. Because you need to. At that point, it's not about, am I a twin flame or not? It's about, I need to focus on myself. I need to have this peace, because if we have ripples, you know, in the water, disturbances in the water, we can't see. That's when you get muddy water. So you have to let it clear and let it settle. You have to do some meditation. Meditation should be at the top of everybody's list. I don't care if it seems cliche or overused or whatever. Get to a deeper meaning of it for yourself. There's so many different ways to meditate. Okay? It's part of this peaceful energy that you're cultivating. And now with this Virgo energy and this Virgo new moon that this whole video is about, okay, this is about allowing yourself to make changes also, again, in your, not only your home, but your home life, you know, because your home is about your lifestyle. It's not just decoration and, you know, it's functionality. And this is your health, and this is everything all put together. Definitely, you know, your health is even connected to how you feel. So we're really coming into our own. We're needing to come into our own as far as the holistic law of attraction. Again, check out the playlist and check out the description box below to learn about the program. Okay, it's 30 videos long, awesome program. First part of it, the first third of it is holistic law of attraction. And it's all about getting your mental energy in connection. You start to, you know, focus on, you know, just mentally sit there, you know, and focus on, you know, your goals and what you really want. Maybe after you've done that meditation here, you know, and then you focus on what you want. And then you start to, you know, toss these ideas around a little more, and then you may start to change them, because you'll say, no, actually, I just had a better idea. And the more time you spend with your own, you know, goals and passions like this, you will put an energy into them that explodes it, that it emanates from it. But again, it all starts at, that's the Mercury, okay, right there. It all starts at the mental. And this mental side of everything is so Virgo, because Mercury rules Virgo, okay? Really feel like, honestly, we're dealing with a lot of wisdom here. Okay, you're on the right path. Stay on the right path. This is about understanding the divinity in ourselves and how powerful we really are. You know, I saw something funny today. It was a meme about Jesus. It's like, y'all know, it was an astrology Facebook group. Y'all know Jesus was a witch, right? I'm like, okay, well, maybe he was a wizard, but yeah, I mean, turned water into wine, you know, did all this crazy miracles. Like, I mean, I just thought it was kind of funny. And also, but also there's a deeper point there, because, you know, Jesus was very much into mysticism in the true Christian, early, Yeshua movement, or Jesus movement, if you will. You know, they were into the tarot and the, you know, different cultures, ideas, and their connections, and learning, you know, about that sort of thing. And they collected books. They didn't burn them, you know, and, yeah, there's big change here. Okay. And this is still, we're still as a species, I would say, like taking our power back from how much it's been hijacked since that time. Okay, from literally 2,000 years ago. Okay, people think they're woke and they know about, oh, the government these days. No, this is way deeper than that. We are dealing with entities here. But I don't want you to have the fear. We can't, you know what, I heard something really pissed me off today, talking about, oh, so-and-so's soul could be lost. I'm just like, oh my God, I have no patience for this, because true energy does not die ever. We have nothing truly to be afraid of. Good always wins. We know this deep in our heart. It's written into our DNA. I know you feel it too. If you allow yourself to get still into the peace, into the love and light. I am seeing people these days scared of the love and light. Literally saw it today on Facebook. I need to stay off Facebook, saying that love and light is toxic. I'm like, yeah, maybe it can feel intoxicating, not toxic. Okay, this is, you know, and I get the point. Like, you can be like whitewashing it, and you want to watch out for that too, because this is all about authenticity as well. Okay. It's about finding your true self. Okay. We tend to think, oh, we're creating our new selves, we're creating ourselves, but you already are your true self. You don't need to find yourself. You just forgot. So I guess refind maybe. And again, that goes along with our, Mars retrograde, which of course and with this new moon, it's a little bit of, it's a lot of practical surrender, but it's a little bit of reorganization, rethinking, redos, redos, setting things right again. We have to forgive. We have to move on. We can't stay stuck in the same exact cycles. We have to move on, and we may move on a little bit and then go 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Okay. And that happens. Okay. But coming out of ourselves, out of the ego. And one of the best things to help you do that is the shadow work, which again is another part of my program, which is the second part, which leads you into the last part, which is the inner child healing. All of which here to get you into union with your person, get you into union with yourself, so that you can manifest in a much deeper way, in a spiritual way, not just this shallow, not saying you're shallow, but just like the way that the law of attraction is promoted is purposefully. At the beginning of the video when they're like, oh yeah, this is such a secret, and now we're going to show you all the secret. They are not showing you all of it. It's things are way deeper, and that's where the Scorpio energy is coming through. This is badass reading, guys. It's kind of coming through and hitting us from behind like, whoa, didn't even know. You knew, but you didn't know, So anyway, I want to look at this last part just before we go on. Lord of material gain here, okay? Things are going to start looking up here. Again, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Do not be careless, okay? That's not the opposite, that's not the same thing as being fearless, okay? But we had talked about this the other day. When you're truly in union with your own self, you don't need anybody else's approval, okay? You start to do things because you really want to, not because you want to impress or compete with other people. And it's so freeing, and it's so amazing, and you truly learn, again, you uncover yourself. What was always there, you realize it was always there, okay? So again, rethink everything. Okay, and just allow, it's not about trying to set things right now. This is about just figuring it out, again, as you go, as you're staying grounded, as you're connected, okay? Just throughout the confusion, order will just manifest itself, especially if you believe that. If you believe that everything happens for a reason, bam, start to see it, okay? Problems will be solved, okay? So, so divine, again, we have divine masculine here knows what is going on. Okay, knows what is going on with divine feminine. Knows that she's incredibly connected. I would say almost to the point of being like alarmed or like scared of her intuition a little bit, just a little bit, but really more just intrigued to the max. Like they've never seen anything like this before, never in their lives. And again, it's kind of like the things that they want are also coming true in ways that they didn't see happening, okay? Which may be happening for all of us, okay? Again, order from confusion, order from confusion. The higher self here, that generous side, that kind, compassionate side, that's the true strength. That's what's truly going to get you somewhere here, especially during this time. Again, all this square energy, all this Mars energy, okay? And this is finding what it's kind of sinking into what is practical right now, okay? And it's somewhat of survival energy, not just necessarily just scraping by, but that survival spirit. You know what I mean? Knowing that you're going to be able to solve the problems, knowing the human condition, the true human condition, not the fake one that they try to tell you and sell you. Existential crisis bullshit. Okay? The true, divine manifestation of God. Okay, sorry about that. Pulled it up because I want to get it on the road. And so we're doing divine feminine to divine masculine. So divine feminine is seeing definitely a crossroads. Okay, she's feeling some pain. She feels like her whole life, you know, her heart, something really deep has kind of hit her, I feel like. And she's trying to kind of just maneuver, trying to work it through, trying to, you know, do what she needs to do. Okay, definitely shadow work can help because, again, there's sort of this just sadness. Like she can't, like divine feminine is looking at divine masculine and just literally is depressed. I mean, I hate to say that, but this is, you know, there's not a happy, and it doesn't mean that, you know, all the time that like depressed, like all the time, but again, it can come and it can go, you know, and it's real. Okay. People are, and again, there's a lot of it is just fear. It's fear that it's not going to work out, fear that things are never going to be the same. Thirsty. So yeah. She's divine feminine might really need to work, you know, on, again, building that side of herself that is independent and that can stand strong, and not only stand strong on her own and survive again, but thrive and still have a great life and still have a happy life. And again, a lot of this is about, it's almost this proving it to yourself, to the deepest level of belief. We talked about belief a lot lately. We talked about that a lot. Your belief is so important here. Okay? And it's not just this kind of superficial, like, you know, law of attraction thing, like, oh yeah, I think that we're together, so we're together. You have to think about it more as, once you figure yourself out, you figure everything out. Once you figure out life, you figure, you know, you will just naturally more sink into things and have more control over yourself and not allow fear to run your life. Guys, if you're acting out of fear, you're acting wrong. We need to act out of love, not fear. It's the whole point, and that's why we do the shadow work. Okay? You get really deep in the shadow work and stuff like this, not just, you know, what I talk about here on the channel, on you know, live TV or whatever you want to call this, like here for the public, it's still surface level, even though we get deep and I get, you know, 40 minutes into these things, and no, that is surface level shadow work. You got to go deeper into the program, okay, down below. And again, the most current prices are always going to be in the description box of the newest video, okay? And I did take away the PayPal link on there, but if PayPal is all you have, just email me and I will still make it work. They just charge extra fees and other issues. So yeah. Okay. So, you know, I think divine feminine is to, like, kind of, again, kind of going with the flow in a way, you know, and kind of waiting, you know, for that right time, that right moment, making sure that it's the right time to act. The root, Lord of the root of the powers of water. Okay, it's not just, again, it's not just the law of attraction and what you're thinking about your person. It's what you think about yourself. It's what you think about your life. Every relationship on the outside, including your twin flame, is just based on your relationship with yourself, which is renewing right now. You are in that process, and you're in that process of not only like just doing it mentally, but actually physically working this out, emotionally having done work and working this out, okay? And then getting into habits, okay? And that is where you see the completion, is after you take it that far, after you take the healing, not just through the mental, not just through the emotional, not just through all that action energy, actually getting off your butt and doing something about it, but actually putting it together on a daily basis, regularly, setting it into stone, again, galvanizing. You know what you're doing. And even though you may be delaying gratification, that's healthier and, again, better. And it's going to make more lasting change. Okay, we can't rush it. Can't fake it. You know, a little bit of fake it till you make it energy, maybe. Okay, more like as if. Think as if. Think and feel out your fantasies, you know, so much so that you feel it. You will just naturally, that's when it happens. That's when it starts getting some momentum and things start changing. And again, your actions just follow through. Just follow through. Believe. You put the belief into it. You're wrapping that thought in belief. It becomes a deeper belief, and it becomes emotional at that point. And it becomes an expectation at that point. You expect because, okay, all the hard work and all the success I've had in the past at learning all this other stuff and doing all this other stuff I wanted to do, you know, it's just building. You get on the right path, you get in the right habits, you don't even have to think about it. Okay? So, let's go ahead and delve into the blockages and solutions. Okay. All in reverse, so very important. Okay. There's almost like a jealousy here. It's like judging people and not knowing them. There's a lot of knee-jerk emotional reaction. Spirit of the primal fire. Is that not Mars square energy retrograde right now? Okay. And then you have your Virgo. Okay, so we kind of get too stuck, you know, in the practicalities sometimes, okay? And so part of this reorganization, rethinking is coming out of that materialism. This is back to the basics. Again, clearing out. Again, we've been talking about this, and again, every time I say it, I'm like, oh, I need to make sure, and I say that I'm not just talking about clearing out your stuff in your house. I use that analogy all the time, because that's such a, you know, stereotype of Virgo, but it's a metaphor for bigger things. Okay, it's a metaphor for everything else. Clearing out, it's that's why Virgos is coming through a Scorpio here for deep inner healing. Just like I was saying yesterday, we know Virgo is, people don't think about it, but Virgo is deeply, you know, profoundly spiritual and capable of creating a lot of good change. And I want you to be open to that. Open to, again, these problems being solved. Not doing things the same way we've always done them. Not saying, you know, again, oh, when I get there, I'll be happy. Or like, just, it's antiquated ideas of having it all. Or did you even have an idea? It's kind of the void here. Like, we didn't even think out our life enough. We didn't even, it's not that we don't care about ourselves enough. I mean, it kind of is, but it's that we're brainwashed. We're brainwashed to stay so busy that we don't pay attention to what we actually want. So a lot of us in this world are starting to wake up and realize that it's more about, you know, just doing, just being, okay, rather than this rat race running around in circles, okay? Everybody's in it. Everybody's in the flames right now. But, you know, the flames they can burn you down and they can weaken you, or, you know, some elements and things they make stronger. Okay, and you can, again, you hammer it out. When you put the metal in the fire, you hammer it out and make it into something else. Okay? And the creativity is endless. You can be reborn. You can redo. You have that redo that we're talking about. Okay? just allow, go within and work through the shadow work here and allow the solutions to come to you. Okay. And a lot of these solutions I think have to do with, there's like a critical spirit with Virgo that can feel very harsh. Okay. Queen of the throne of flame. Okay. And with Aries, with our Mars square Aries energy that we've been having and everything, it's, you know, we're very easily excitable, angered, you know, argumentative, etc. And again, it's making us better overall, whether we think about it or not, even if it's bringing maybe a temporary rah energy. That might just be what we need right now to burn off some of this excess, you know, energy that we have in this area. But again, the criticalness of Virgo, and it's kind of like when we decide to change, we are like, we've got to be, you're critical of yourself, and then it's uncomfortable. So why do you change? You change because of that discomfort. So the discomfort is good. That's the exact energy. Okay. And this is about health. It's coming through about health as well. Okay. So this is, you know, you need to be making sure that when you're judging people, you're using it. Again, I always like to say, we are natural judges. We are constantly trying to judge whether a situation is safe, whether a person is safe. When, you know, that's a good skill. It's ingrained in our whole entire makeup, our genetic makeup for survival. You can't just take that away from somebody. And as it is there for survival, like physically, literally, it is also here for our spiritual benefit as well. Okay, because again, when we judge, we can use the shadow work. So it's like you're halfway there. Okay, again, just check out the shadow work playlist or get the program in the description box below. Okay, so try to tame your tongue a little bit. Intuitive people can sometimes burn at a very deep level, and hurt people, you know, at a very deep level, and we don't want to do that. You know, again, it's connect to your true spiritual side, not letting the ego come through on the spirituality, because that definitely happens. People start to think, oh, I'm closer to God, or, you know, I'm like so special. And, you know, again, it's that paradox. Like, of course you are, you know, and wanting to be close to God is absolutely not a bad thing. You know what I mean? But again, if it's kind of tainted in that, perverted in that way, you know, where it's like more egotistical and less about God, that's the same thing with your twin flame. Okay, that's the exact same connection. Okay, if you want it, if you want your person, it doesn't matter if you want the right thing for you. If you're wanting it to show off, or to get a, you know, a ring, or to get somewhere, to get financially, you know, whatever it may manifest for you as your lower vibrations, you know, then that's not going to be productive. Okay, because again, the energy we have when we start things is important. Okay, so now it is time, the minutes we've all been waiting for. Okay, and we have solutions, and again, all in reverse. So extra, and again, lots of twos at the end. So the solution is coming together. The solution is coming back into the pair. Okay, but it's about working with the ego first. Okay, again, we've got to work through. It's Chariot energy. Okay, with the King of Pentacles. Okay, taming that ego. Okay, taming it right now. We're not waiting any longer. Okay, we're not hurting anybody else. This is about love. This is about growing as people, as humans, as spiritual, soon to be angels, you know, whatever. Can we call it, how about angel seedlings? No, we'll, I don't even know, you know, if any term can actually ever fully, you know, truly encompass who and what we are. And who and what you are together is so powerful. Neither of you guys have any clue right now how powerful you are. and the things that you can do and the things that you are doing. And especially when you put your mind to them, when you put your action together to do things, it's not like, oh guys, you've been wasting your energy for all this time, but kind of is. And that's why, again, we had the world in the beginning. We're trying to, this is a whole new ball game. Whole new ball game, people. Okay? Gotta do the work. Gotta do the work. Mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and emotions. Okay? On a regular basis. Gotta do the work. Gotta get the program. You know, you gotta work it. And you gotta do it consistently. Okay? It's gonna help you to tame the ego. Absolutely. Okay? True, Lord, this is Lord of Dominion here. True conquering is of thine own self. Okay? That's the only conquering that matters. You can take over the world. You can be whoever you want to out there taking over the world right now. Whatever, you know, tone of orange your skin is. Yeah, no, this is us again coming into our own. It's like any idea again of what you thought you were, of who you thought you were your whole entire life. In a way you knew, but in a way we've all had the wool pulled over our eyes. Okay, and we are awakening. This is revolution energy to the max, and it is revolution of the mind, and it is revolution of the heart, and it's revolution on a physical plane as well. This is an amazing time. I hope you're connected. I hope you're feeling so secure in yourself. I hope you're not, dwelling in this fear place. That is the last thing we need. Don't be afraid you're losing your person. You're never going to see you. Again, that's just bringing that to you. You are a magnet for your thoughts. You don't need to even put a statement behind them. What you think about and who again, it's not just what you think. It's just so limited, because thinking is just like knowing and figuring things out, but it's about this whole underlying process of taking those thoughts and taking those experiences that happen to you, putting them together into these expectations and these belief systems. Okay? Definitely changing those belief systems over time here. Smashing the hell out of some of them. Again, it's kind of like we're going to wake up and be completely different people and have a whole new, hopefully hot, relationship here. Because, again, we're working it. We're spiritually in tune. If we're spiritually in tune, what can stand in our way? Absolutely nothing. Okay? Get your own energy straight and keep on working it. Keep that ego under control on a regular basis, even just getting a little bit better than you were last week. That's all you got to do. So even if you're doing 5 minutes of work, and if that's more than last week, then good job. So next week, do 6. You don't have to go out of your way to have progress. Progress is going to find us. Practicality, efficiency, these Virgo things, these new it's setting down new routines as well. If you guys haven't been feeling that over the past few days, yes, coming into setting out a brand new life, working it out. It's like going through that day and being like, I really felt it today that I didn't do that. I need to make sure and remember to do that or do this thing differently. Again, solutions presenting themselves almost without you having to try. But we're not going to leave it up to chance. And we are going to try. And we are going to work hard, because we know, especially Virgo knows, that hard work pays off. Okay? If there's one thing Virgo knows. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Much love. Many blessings. Take care. Thanks so much for joining me. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Stay tuned. And again, thanks so much for all your support. Like, share, subscribe, etc. Thanks for finding me all over social media. I love talking to you guys on Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest, all of it, all of the above. So yeah, much love, many blessings. Hope you guys have a wonderful new moon and push forward, for these next few weeks with this new moon energy, and honestly, to get through this weekend, I honestly feel like there's going to be, you know, maybe something going on this weekend, possibly Friday into Saturday, you know, like on a large scale, because we have all of this Mars square Jupiter, Saturn, and Capricorn energy. So, you know, using the new moon to kind of, you know, ground yourself, you know, with this energy and get yourself emotionally as stable as you possibly can before kind of this final square off, you could say, before we start to move into Libra season and away from some of this square energy. Okay, we'll still have Mars, you know, retrograde, but it's not going to be quite all of these squares that we have, because, you know, well, again, we'll have Mars retrograde square Saturn until the 7th of October. Okay, so, but it's gradually, I feel like, getting over the hump, and I feel like something, you know, maybe not the end of, maybe not this weekend, maybe next week. Okay, we shall see. We'll work it out. We'll get through this together. Okay, trust in yourself, trust in life. The universe supports you. Okay, take care.